It's time for the ride home in ENC.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
This is your 5 o'clock drive with Patrick Johnson.
Holy mackerel!
More news, more interviews, more ECU stories than you can shake a stick at. Hey, stop shaking that stick. This is the Patrick Johnson Show.
Pirates win! Pirates win!
On 94.3 The Game.
All right, it's studio today, and for once, despite the 100-degree temperatures, it's not 111 in the studio. What is going on? What is happening?
I turned it down to 72.
Good for you. What? That's Philip Pilkington. I'm Patrick Johnson. Intern Mary in the house, leaving me hanging.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
What's up, Intern Mary?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Why are you in here today? This is, for the record, I always like to say I'm everybody's fifth favorite host on 94.3 The Game. But I am clearly your second favorite show because you're really partial to the IGO show, Hoist the Colors. You're a big fan of that. You've even said that's my favorite show. And so I just kind of wonder, because has IGO ever had you on, other than that time you were on in the watch along and it looked like you were being held hostage? Do you and Pilk talk too much? Have you ever been on any of the IGO vehicles?
No, I have not.
Yeah, you had. Remember we talked about earlier the whole fans not staying at games, and you gave the student perspective.
Do you leave games early?
If I were to go to a game, I would not leave early, but I have not been to a game in so long.
This sounds like a very nerdy thing to talk about, so we're not going to talk about that on this show.
Okay.
Because here's what we know. You have a fan.
Yes.
Because you're going to be out in the 100-degree heat at Concert on the Common. You're apparently waiting for DeMarco to swing by and pick you up?
I am. He just texted me saying he's hitting every red light, so he's late. So
Okay, so he was supposed to be here at what time?
4:30.
Okay, it is clearly not 4:30. It's 5:02. That's because we're on the air live. So did he think it was 4:30 Central Time he was supposed to pick you up?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So
is DeMarco a little tardy? Is he one of those guys that is a little late, always Pilk? Or?
No, he's not. Actually, usually when you get I hit every red light text, it's coming from the young lady to your left, Patrick.
Is that right?
To hit all the red lights.
So you hit a lot of red lights
I
on
do.
your way?
I do. Well, also because I come from Washington. So I
Little Washington?
Little Washington, that's right. Yep.
Did Pilk, I don't know if we mentioned this. Friday, of course, we were at Lookout Ford in Morehead City for the Big Rock. And Gary Manning from Shaw's Barbecue in Williamston, thank you, came to Lookout Ford and brought us sausage dogs. And at the Pitt Street Brewing location there on the waterfront in Washington, they're serving Shaw's Barbecue there now. Were you aware of all this?
I was actually aware of all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was told a few weeks ago because, I have family that's close with him.
Is that right? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's a great guy. Gary Manning's a great guy. That's cool. All right. What do you mean you haven't been to a game in years? What's up with that?
Like a football game,
Yeah.
ECU football. I just, I was a competitive gymnast. So I was always practicing, always going to competitions.
Oh, really?
So I think my family's more of casual fans. You know, they went to ECU, things like that. But I would love to go to a game.
What did you do in competitive gymnastics?
I did.
So why didn't you tell me this?
Why didn't you ask?
I did floor, bars, beam, vault, all the four
gosh.
events.
Good grief.
Yeah. My brother still does it. He competed in nationals, and he's going to West Point, hoping to get on the gymnastics team. So, yeah.
Pilk, this Intern Mary is worlds more interesting than hearing you brag about your travels to international destinations. Why haven't we had her on the program more? I know why. Because her favorite show's the IGO show.
No, because you say interns aren't allowed to talk to you. That's why.
Well, I'm turning the corner on Intern Mary because I find her to be fascinating because I didn't realize she was a gymnast. I do hold against you that this is only your second favorite show, even though I'm the only post that puts you on the air. And when you're on the air, you get a microphone and an earpiece. It's not like you're sitting there being held hostage, right? Okay, she's not saying anything now. It's radio. You have to talk. All right.
I know.
Are you an Elton John fan?
I am.
Are you excited about the concert on the Common tonight? Reggie and the Jets.
I'm very excited. I'm sad it's going to be really hot, though.
Well,
but
have you drank a lot of water leading into this today? No. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, good luck. There will be refreshments, Pilk. There will be food trucks. It's all going to be under the stadium, under the Town Bank Tower side, the north stands at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. They're going to have giant fans. And Pilk, how would you describe Greggy and the Jet? It's not so much a tribute act as it's more of an impersonator sounds cheesy, But he's pretty much spot on Elton John, is he not?
Yeah. Like, he is an impersonator, but like you said, not from the cheesy side of things. From like legit, like he looks like Elton John. He's not on a little keyboard. Like he is on this massive.
No Casio. He's got a grand piano.
And he dresses like Elton John, and he looks like this is a legit. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know kind of thing. I mean, he's that good.
So it's still free. It's at underneath the stands tonight. They'll have giant fans circulating the air. At least it's not like humid. At least it's not 90%, 100% humidity and 100 degrees.
50% still pretty high.
Pilk, it's usually double that.
It's not usually 100. It's not usually raining.
Pilk, it's 100 and 100 in July and August.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, now the wind is kind of blowing around hot air, but it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. All right, we have a couple of things to tell you about. Tomorrow, Mike Swartz will be on with us. Pilk, today, my dad and I, Coach, went to went to watch the basketball team practice. They're in the middle of starting out, I should say, summer workouts. So we watched the team. Very impressed with the 2 point guards. So the point guard play is automatically better than last year. I like the wings. I talked to Jay Woodard a little bit, and I talked to the big guy, Max. He's a giant. Every bit of 7'3". He's about to go play for his country in the World Championship qualifier.
Crap. Last time we had a guy do that.
I know. I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to bring bad juju to the mix. So Mike Swartz tomorrow on the Patrick Johnson Show. Monday, Mike Mullis. Mully today. Are you about to leave? Is that what you're doing?
Yep, he's here.
Okay.
So
only 36 minutes late, 37 minutes late.
I know, yeah.
All right. Well,
damn it, DeMarco.
If you get a chance, say hello to DeMarco tonight and to intern Mary, who will be there in an IBX purple shirt. Good to see you, intern Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
All right. Mike Mullis, guess what happened today? Mully and Coach met at lunch today. We had lunch at TB3. Coach and I did after the practice. And so Mike Mullis and KJ have finally met in person.
I didn't realize that they had not met.
Well, why would they have? Is that your key, by the way? If it wasn't for me, Mary, you'd have walked out of here without your keys. And your bag, for that matter. What's going on with Pilk?
I don't know.
What? Are you okay? Have you overheated already? All right. See, Mary.
She's anticipating the heat. She was fine earlier today.
She left her bag and her key. I mean, those are two big things to leave.
She's going to make DeMarco. That was her punishment. She was actually trying to punish DeMarco. Or sorry, it was DeMarco's punishment. Right. She was going to make him get halfway there and then turn around.
Her punishment was being on this show, apparently. All right. So, it was two old ball coaches talking. That's what it was today at lunch. I sat back and listened, Pilk.
But you learned a lot.
I just kind of tuned them out. Anyway,
you were watching golf on TV.
I was watching, which, by the way, and then we're going to get to this at the top 5. But guess who's sitting atop the leaderboard?
I don't know the guy's name. He's an amateur.
Ryan Cowan is sitting on top of the leaderboard at 3 under at the U.S. Open. They had a delay this morning. Again, we'll get to this in the top 5. But prior to all that, it is because of all that, Pilk, they're delayed by 2 hours. Are you saying take a break? Is that what you were telling me?
Yeah, I said it in your ear. But yeah, okay. I was saying before the top 5 at 5.
All right, well, let's do that then. We'll hit a break. Don't forget, Concert on the Common tonight, coming up top of the hour. Free concert, little Elton John going to break. Greggy and the Jets tonight. Good stuff. When we come back, we'll do a top 5, some ECU news to tell you about. And then Maeve English, all-time great goalie for ECU soccer, to break down the World Cup. And the U.S. will play tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow after the party in the USA. So that'll be happening tomorrow when we have Mike Swartz on the show as well. All right, we'll hit a break, come back, and get you set with our top 5 at 5 for this Thursday live.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. 2 real burgers, better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation from a real person? Right. That's what's so nice about Phelps Chevrolet. After more than 50 years serving our community, Phelps remains family-owned and operated. Mike, Daryl, Wave, West, Alan, and Clay deliver hometown service and integrity, same as always. They share your experience, they share your values, and they are ready to help with any motoring need. Come get you one.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human, about creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
Make every day electric on the Kawasaki Electro 20 electric balance bike. Maximize the fun with long run times, impressive top speed, and Kawasaki build quality. Easy adjustability and smooth handling make everyday riding more enjoyable. And the standard MTB type tires provide off-pavement capability. The Kawasaki Electro 20 is the electric balance bike that's built to rip. Go to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Memorial Drive north of the airport, Greenville.
Listen up. He's talking now.
Sorry.
The Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Back, let's do the top 5 at 5 for this Thursday.
This may very well be our last mission. Let's make it count.
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
It's impossible.
Now some stories you may have heard.
You ready?
Or catch it for the first time. This is your 5 at 5 with the P-Man.
Number one. Alrighty. I sounded close to like the guy. I just forgot to pull it up.
Oh, pull it up, Pilk.
I am gonna pull him up. I was getting Mary an earpiece and stuff before the show.
Yeah, but you were talking during the break. You could have been pulling it up. A good producer would have pulled it up then. Do I need to get
keyword
Michael
in there is a good producer?
Do I need to get Michael Buscemi in?
All right, let's not get carried away.
Okay. Because, number one, what do we got?
Alrighty, number one, Reese Outlaw is transferring to East Carolina, the former North Duplin High School softball star. She just finished up her second season, her sophomore season at UNC. She is transferring here with 2 years of eligibility. Does it say her position?
She's a shortstop.
Okay, she's a shortstop.
And
gotcha.
her dad, Bill, pitched for the Pirates back in the 90s. And apparently she's going to wear the same jersey he wore. He wore 32. She's going to wear 32. She started when Chapel Hill made their appearance in Greenville this year. She played for the Tar Heels. Great athlete in high school. Was all-state multiple years in softball and I believe an all-state player in basketball.
It's pretty good. And, this picture I'm looking at right now, no offense to the young lady, but the uniform she's wearing makes my eyes hurt. I think I'm going to like the uniform that looks a lot more like her dad's when she starts wearing purple.
I'm excited that she's transferring in, so that's a good pickup for Shane Wing. And look, you needed a shortstop.
Yeah, MK graduated. Yeah,
and you got one who also can be maybe a little more productive offensively than MK was. We love MK, but Mary Catherine Scott was not exactly an offensive threat. So excited that you pick up a really great athlete. And a bit of a homecoming for her, so I'm happy for her. What do we got next?
Number 2.
Number 2 is a historic day in college sports. The first ever college sports bill has reached the Senate floor, been passed by the House. That is the Save College Sports Act.
Do we think that the Senate is going to get behind this and pass it? Do they need 60?
They need 60, according to Kristovich.
Okay, so this is the thing that Kristovich told us about last week. Amanda Kristovich from Front Office Sports. Do they get 60, Pilk?
I would think so, man. You know, there's a vocal group against it, but I think they are the unsilent majority. To quote, I'm the unsilent majority, Big Mouth from Rocky IV. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you do have a Republican and a Democrat heading this, and I think everybody realizes how messed up college sports are. I think this is kind of a bonehead thing not to pass. Amanda did tweet out earlier today that part of this bill has been amended to not they cannot dip out of any TV rights deals early. So all these TV deals that are through 2031, any of the anything this changes, the conferences do have to hold up their end of the bargain of staying with the networks through 2031.
Can you bring the audio to me from inside there down just a hair, just a smidge?
From in here? Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
That's better. I think that's the big key there. You just hit on it. And that is with them having to hold to their current agreements through that kind of gives us that target date of 2030, 2031. But this also is going to do a lot of other things that will maybe put a little bit of a grasp on the acquisition side of things as far as budgets, NIL, and have that kind of under a uniform thing. I would like to think it passes. I've thought all along it will not pass. But if there's something that the Senate could do, and look, the body of Congress, the only thing less popular than that is like lice or bed bugs or crotch rot. I mean, there's just
or the NCAA.
Well, yeah. I think the NCAA actually went to a more unpopular body to get this done than they are.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just kind of views the NCAA as incompetent. Not so much evil.
That's true.
What's going on with my hairpiece up here?
I think it looked fine until you started messing with it.
You pay all this money for this hairpiece, and this is what happens. All right, next.
Number three. Patrick kind of hit on it earlier, but golf 2-hour delay earlier today due to rain. So the guys that teed off in the morning.
No, it was due to fog. It wasn't due to rain.
Yeah,
it was due to fog.
Fog, but the guys in the morning session were playing with wet greens. So what did they decide to do to make the playing field fair for everybody? They're wetting the greens, every couple of groups?
They're syringing them.
Yeah.
Is what the term they're using.
Every few groups this afternoon.
I know they have this hacky indoor thing that they're trying to get off the ground with a league, and I mean, it's just unwatchable. But golf is supposed to be played where, Pilk?
In the weather outside.
Okay. And what usually happens with the weather outside, it changes, or part of the story, if you're playing outdoors, are the conditions in which you're playing in.
Yeah, that's the reason that if you tee off in the PM one day, you tee off in the AM the next day. That's how they make it fair.
And that makes sense. That's how golf has done it. I think this is absurd. I think this is silly. I think this is, we just don't want to hurt people's feelings. But that's part of it. Playing in the elements is part of it.
What are we doing? We don't need to conserve their feelings. They are professional athletes.
And they are
paid millions of dollars.
Paid professional athletes.
Millions of dollars to whack a ball into a gopher hole.
And nobody is going to fire like 15 under or anything like that. This is not
nobody's going to be 1 under when this thing's done.
Right. So you're not really doing anything here other than creating further mockery. This had to be something that the players push for. And I mean, they're obviously, but I mean, you just, and look, I get with the wind, because it's supposed to be windy, these greens are going to dry out, but that happens. That's Shinnecock.
Patrick, it's the 7th U.S. Open played here. I don't know. I don't know how they haven't got it right by now. Clearly, I mean, you know what happened? No, I hope it wasn't the players. It was probably some moron.
It probably was the players. It probably was somebody for the players, because the players want.
I hope it was some moron they hired from the city that doesn't live on the island, because usually people from the island are more level-headed. And it was somebody from the city that was thinking, it's not fair for everybody.
They were excited about the Knicks parade, maybe. Next.
They were.
444.
All righty, number 4, the baseball team in Pennsylvania, the York, is it Revolutionaries? I don't have the thing pulled up in front of me. Revolution.
York Revolution. Okay, can't have Revolutionaries. That might be too close to Colonials or something.
Canceled their baseball game the other night because
it's tonight. It's tonight's game.
Oh, it's tonight's game.
Yeah.
Tonight's game has been canceled due to it. It was originally supposed to be the Pride Night game. Many of the players refused to wear the Pride uniforms. Therefore, the game has been canceled. However, they are still doing many of the other activities that are now going to be free for anyone to attend. And the baseball team said that they felt like the activities around the game were more important than the actual playing of the game. So instead of just letting them go back to their old uniforms and play, they've done this.
Right. They decided to do this so they could virtue signal. You know, I've gotten hammered on this. I'm sure you have, because we said, look, if it's the rules that have been collectively bargained at the MLB level and these guys are in violation of, writing something on their uniforms, not just their Pride hats, their uniforms, not allowed, they probably should be subject to the penalty.
Yeah.
And we've gotten hammered about, well, what about religious freedom? Yeah, I agree with you. You could have a faith and family night like the Rangers are doing. Now, MLB will never do this. This minor league team will never do this because everybody's got a virtue signal this month. Who cares what you're doing in your bedroom? Honest to God, who cares? And I find it interesting that these players, and somewhat admirable that these players have made a stand against something they collectively don't agree on. And you know how hard it is to get what are on a pro roster at the minor league level? 25 guys, let's say.
Yeah.
I mean, to get more than 24 people to agree on anything collectively,
let alone canceling a game.
That's a big deal. This seems to be kind of twisting in a different direction now. And I'll be anxious to see eventually what MLB does. Will we see this at the MLB level?
Yeah, I think, Patrick, what it's fairly come down to, people are tired of walking on eggshells. They're tired of, but I mean, really, it's one thing to offend somebody because you say something offensive.
Sure.
It's another thing when you offend somebody because you don't want to do something that they're forcing on you.
Well, you're offending your product, apparently. And in the case of the York Revolution, they were collectively offended enough. We're not going out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, but they're not. That's the point. They're not afraid to stand up and be like, "Look,
right. And
we don't have to walk on eggshells to keep from offending." Like, what is not even a majority part of our fan base.
And it sounds to me more like they're not so much about the uniforms as I think the events surrounding the game they seem to be disgruntled about.
I mean, you saw what happened in San Francisco. Did you see what happened in San Francisco, Patrick?
No.
So everybody talks about the guys writing the Bible verse on their hat.
Right.
Before the game, the pregame entertainment was 10 couples renewing their wedding vows in front of everybody, officiated by the most flamboyant drag queen you've ever seen. Like, there's kids in the stands.
San Francisco.
I know, but there's kids in the stands. If you want to do it, once you turn 18, actually, heck, once you turn 12, if you want to watch that stuff, once you're old enough to kind of make decisions for yourself, entertain yourself how you want, but don't force 5-year-olds to see that kind of stuff.
Speaking of 5, number 5. Yeah, here we go.
All righty, number 5. Well, there's some new news as it relates to potential MLB in Raleigh here. We'll just hear the soundbite and then talk more about it.
All projections are we're going to be the 7th most populous state when the next census comes out. We're the largest state that does not have a Major League Baseball team. I think you can see what's happening with, if someone had told you 20 years ago that a professional hockey team drew the kind of of response that we've seen, not just in Raleigh and not just in Wake County, but across the state of North Carolina. You wouldn't have believed it. And I just think sports has a way of doing that. If there's an opportunity for North Carolina to get an expansion baseball team, I'd love to see that. I am hopeful that we'll have an ability to put forward something sooner rather than later that will give us that opportunity.
Yes. Oh, okay. Is this going to be in the budget? Is there going to be a baseball team?
I don't know.
So you would be open to allocating some money that would go toward a future MLB team?
So the question of money is not necessarily the thing, maybe, but I'd be interested in seeing what steps we would need to take in order to facilitate putting North Carolina in the best position to be successful in having an owners group, because obviously we need that, be awarded a franchise.
Where would you?
So that was Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger, who obviously will not be returning next session as the most powerful lawmaker in North Carolina. However, he still is the most powerful lawmaker in North Carolina now, and they're working through a budget. And audio is a little tough to hear there, but the crux of it and the upshot is he's willing to throw the governmental support at the state level to perhaps bring a baseball team to North Carolina. And I think this specifically was more towards establishing Raleigh as a market that could have MLB. That's what I guess the line of questioning kind of was, and the state level would be. I'm sure in some way Charlotte would be, included in that, but the ownership right now seems to be lining up as Dundon and this billionaire from New York perhaps partnering together in Raleigh.
Yeah. I mean, hey, not a bad deal.
And what did Brian Murphy tell us yesterday? You have to have the ownership, which apparently they've got two billionaires who are willing to go in on it.
Yeah.
They've got places in the triangle they could build a stadium, including downtown South. And they now have the most powerful politician in the state, regardless of what you think of him. He's more powerful than the governor. He's more powerful than Wimpy Cooper, Phil Berger. And he has basically said, hey, we're willing to get behind this.
Yeah. Now you need the MLB to award you the expansion.
Well, and yesterday Murphy was saying if, but Rob Manfred, about 4 months ago on WFAN basically said we are expanding to 32 teams.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah, I just think it's, Nashville's going to be I think Nashville's definitely going to be one of the two.
I think, I don't know what's going on in Nashville, but I think this is a compelling case here in Raleigh. It's lining up to me to be a really compelling case. It's just all expanded by 4. Why not? If you're going to do 2, just do 4.
Then you got 17 in each league. It's a weird number.
All right. How about you expand it by 6?
Okay.
Just put me in charge of this stuff. All right. When we come back, the great Maeve English will join us on the Patrick Johnson Show. We'll talk World Cup and get the latest on where she is in her career. ECU's all-time great goalie, Maeve English, next.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human. About creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes, just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation from a real person? Right. That's what's so nice about Phelps Chevrolet. After more than 50 years serving our community, Phelps remains family-owned and operated. Mike, Daryl, Wave, West, Alan, and Clay deliver hometown service and integrity, same as always. They share your experience, they share your values, and they are ready to help with any motoring need. Come get you one.
Need cash for a vacation? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the vacation cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
Oh, look who's back reporting for duty.
You got here just in time.
Holy nuts, man.
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
We are back, and what a treat to have one of our favorite ECU people of all time, Maeve English, is on with us. So I've got Maeve English, I've got Rajay Harris on this Mount Rushmore of sort of modern day, I guess Holt Nailers, I guess. And now I've put Anna Sawyer on. So that's three Conley people. How do you feel about all this, Maeve English? Do you like this?
Of course I do. I mean, roll Vikings, right? Like, let's represent on this Mount Rushmore of ECU. Like,
okay, but now Anna Sawyer's younger than you, right? Did you know her at all in school or coming up?
Yeah, I mean, I knew her just because we went to the same school. Same with Holton too. I mean, he's only, I think, 1 or 2 years older than me.
Okay,
I don't even know. But
yeah, a nice little run of athletes at Conley.
Yeah, we all saw each other in passing, so
okay.
At the very least, yeah.
Well, I put Anna Sawyer up there with you for sure. So
yeah, their run in the conference tournament was unbelievable. I watched that; it was so awesome. I was really pulling for them.
Maeve English, the all-time great goalie in ECU history, I think pilked the records in the conference too. Some of them for Maeve. Is that true? Pilk, help me out here. Is that right?
I don't know. Sorry, you put me on the spot.
I'm just going to say it is. I'm going to say Maeve is the all-time record goalie for the American Conference. Maeve, I don't know if that's the truth or not, but I'm going with that. We don't let the facts get in the way of a good story here. So, all right, Maeve, it looks like you're on a boat. For those of listening to us, tell us where you are now and what's going on with you.
Yeah, so currently I'm in the off season. My season in Greece ended in May, but unfortunately I found a herniated disc in my back in February, so I was unable to play for kind of the last, I think, like 8 weeks of the season, because I was dealing with that, and so now I'm back home in the off season. I'm staying with my dad up here in Vermont because they have a great summer league team up here called the Vermont Green. So I'm doing some rehab on my back and then trying to get back into some training with this summer league team up here. It's a super professional environment. I'm so happy that they were here to have me trained. So it's been a super cool experience, and the soccer culture up here is really awesome. They have some great crowds at the game, so it's been really fun to be a part of it, even if I am not back at 100% training yet. but yeah, I'm finished up in Greece. I only had a 1-year contract there, and while I loved living there, it was a beautiful place to live. I mean, living on the island of Crete, we had the beach 100 yards in front of us and then the mountains right behind us. So it was a beautiful place to live, and the quality of players was awesome. So I think it was a great experience for my career to be able to play there. But I think moving forward, like just 1 year is enough for me over in Greece. So I'm looking for something else, but yeah, I got to rehab my back first and get back into training. So that's where I'm at right now, looking for my next contract. But yeah, once I'm healthy, I hope I'll be able to continue playing for as long as I can. So that's where I'm at right now.
When you have recovered and you are making that decision, will you make a commitment now to Pilkington and myself and intern Mary, who's here today from Little Washington? Will you make a commitment to all of us here on our radio clubhouse that you will make the announcement on the Patrick Johnson Show? Will you make that commitment?
I could make that commitment.
All
I
right.
think, yeah.
Mary clap. This is a big moment here.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Put me on the
All right.
spot there for real.
Well, Pilk, friend of the show, Maeve English, right?
This is how you do it, Maeve. Once you make it big time, you gotta make these. You got to make these calls in like public ways. You can't just post them on Instagram.
Right.
Like
You gotta
that's
remember the
some,
little
like,
people.
high school stuff right there.
Remember
Like,
the
you're a pro
little people, Maeve. That's the big thing. You always have to remember the little people.
Of course, you guys aren't the little people though. You guys have been an important part of my career. I'm always gonna remember my roots. Don't forget that.
Okay. Well, all the more reason to come on the show and announce where you're going. So that's the commitment from you. That's what we will do. Is Vermont known for maple syrup? Do I have that right?
Yes, they are known for their maple syrup. Also, their cheddar cheese is. It's the Vermont cheddar it's legit. It's so good. And
Okay.
yeah, definitely maple syrup as well. That we actually my team played in the Maple Cup a few weeks ago. They played the reigning Canadian champs, and it was a battle of whose maple syrup is better. Vermont did win, by the way.
Okay.
So,
Well, I would think
I like
so.
it.
I would hope so. It's America 250, as you know. Maeve English with us here on the Patrick Johnson Show. All-time great ECU goalie, now in the Summer League with the Vermont Green. What is the temperature for today in Vermont? What was the high temperature today? It was 102 in Greenville. That's not the heat index. That's the temperature, 102. So what's the temperature in
Today
Vermont so we can feel bad about it?
75, low is 62. It's been raining up here today as well, so it's been
75 degrees.
No wonder you went back there.
Yes, no wonder you went to play and be a greenie because
yeah, I do not miss the North Carolina humidity. Let me tell you that. It is not for the weak.
Here's the intriguing thing about today. It's not that humid in the
Really?
grand scheme of it's just it's like it's sort of a dryish heat, but it is hot as you can imagine.
51% is not low.
It's not as high as it could be, Pilk.
true.
It's usually double that. And then there's a wind blowing, but the wind is just blowing hot air. Kind of like I do on this show for 1 hour. Hey-o!
That was a good one.
That was. Look, Maeve, it's not that funny. All right, Maeve English with us here. One of our favorite people. I have gotten a list of questions for the World Cup, some of the storylines. The U.S. team plays tomorrow. You're going to give us some analysis. But I want to start with Messi, who Pilk was telling me had a hat trick the other night and is the all-time goal scorer now, or tied, Pilk?
Tied.
In the World Cup. And Maeve, he is the ripe age of like 38, 39. I mean, what an incredible career. I mean, just to still be at that level is really amazing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, honestly. I think as well in his to score a hat trick with no PK either, like those were all goals in the run of play, which is it's unbelievable. The kind of football he's still producing at his age, it's I feel like an honor to even exist at the same time, Sid. Seriously. To be able to witness that, like we are literally witnessing history, because I mean, he's, I think, one of two players, the other guy is Ronaldo, to appear in 6 World Cups. That's unbelievable. He has a 20-year career in the World Cup alone. That is,
yeah,
that's GOAT numbers right there.
Yeah, just based on the World Cup career. It's amazing. Maeve, let me ask you this. Have you watched and seen the socials of all these fans from around the world in various spots in the U.S.? Have you been keeping up with that part of it? I know you've watched a lot of the games.
Yes. One of my favorite stories actually has been the Scottish fans taking over Boston. That has been unreal to watch. I saw the other day, I think they like doubled the numbers of St. Patrick's Day in Boston alcohol sales. Like they literally beer out of Boston. That's unbelievable. It's so funny to watch.
Let's say a foreign fan base was in Greenville and they were playing a game, a friendly, let's just say, in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. But they said one of our great ambassadors, who was on the ECU Mount Rushmore of Patrick Johnson, is Maeve English, the great soccer goalie for ECU soccer. Where would you take them? What would you do to entertain the fan base from any country? But let's just say it's the Scottish. But where would you what would you do to show off the Emerald City to those people? What would be your tour de force for Greenville?
Well, I think first, obviously, ECU Athletics, you have to give them the tour of that. I mean, if they're playing a game at Dowdy-Ficklin, like that stadium, it's unbelievable. I can't believe. I personally would be a huge fan of putting a soccer game in general just in Dowdy-Ficklin. I mean, the amount of noise we can generate in that place, like fans would be rocking. So my first stop would be Dowdy-Ficklin, of course, and then naturally you have to bring them to Sup Dogs. If Scottish fans can run Boston out of alcohol, I can't imagine the type of damage.
Okay.
So, but right. I think for sure Dowdy-Ficklin and then Sup Dogs.
No barbecue?
I mean,
see, that's for old people like me and Pilk. That's old people, not fine athlete food like yourself. A fine-tuned athlete.
Yeah, food wise, I guess. I mean, where's the best place to get barbecue in Greenville? I'm not a huge barbecue eater myself, so
yeah.
Pick one: Mission, Sam Jones, Parker's,
Bees. I mean, you got the whole
Bees.
Yeah. So there's plenty of places to go. All right, to some more serious analysis here. The U.S. tomorrow can clinch a spot in the knockout if they beat Australia. So what do they have to do to get the job done so they're not in this position of scoreboard watching later on?
Yeah, I mean, coming up with Australia and Turkey, these are two of the stronger opponents in the group for sure. I mean, Australia, I think they have a quality squad. Their goalkeeper put on such a good performance against Turkey. It could have been a completely different game without him. So I think he'll have to put on another strong performance against the U.S. because the U.S. has a lot of different quality attacking options. I know that Pulisic is touch and go, I think, with his injury that he's dealing with. So that'll be a factor for sure, but they've got to have a lot of organization up top to be able to break down the defense that Australia will have on Friday. But they're a quality all-around opponent, so I think they're going to have to be really switched on tactically to be able to break them down. So I think the key to the game on Friday is going to be our attacking organization because they've got to find a way to break them down and get some goals in the back of the net. But we have a lot of options going forward, even if Pulisic doesn't play. So you've got people like Tim Weah, you've got Weston McKennie, all of them with European experience as well. They play at top clubs across Europe, so they've got good experience. And I think the way Pochettino has been moving them around too, like they've got a lot of different ways they can score goals. So we're just going to have to be, I think, creative in the way we score goals on Friday.
So if he doesn't play, if Pulisic is not able to go, do you think it's Weah? Do you think it's who was the other? Do you think it's Reyna? I mean, those are kind of the two names I've heard thrown around. They both bring a little different side of things. I think Weah's probably going to play a little more inside and not stretch it as wide as say Reyna would, which is more what Pulisic does. So how would you handle it?
I mean, personally, I think the way Reyna came on in the second half in the game against Paraguay, he was unreal. I mean, every time he touched the ball, it seemed like some type of attacking opportunity was happening, and the goal he scored was ridiculous. Like 96th minute as well. Like, I mean, I think my personal opinion, I'd probably go with him over Weah. But I mean, like I said, I feel like the U.S. attack is pretty versatile. Like they have a lot of different ways to score. So I think it's going to be a matter of how Pochettino wants to break down the Australian defense. So I think it'll be interesting to see, but my personal opinion, based on his performance against Paraguay, I would probably go Reina, just because I think he's producing and he's clearly in top form if he's scoring goals with that type of confidence. So, yeah.
Going to kind of the other end of the pitch now on the defensive side of things, I think that was kind of the question coming into this. Obviously, we only have a 96-minute, sample size here. But, I mean, when you got your starting center back is however old Tim Rhea is in his upper to mid-30s. I mean, at the end of the day, we know that the U.S. is not winning this thing. When it comes down to it, is it going to be the defense that finally folds, come the round of 16 quarterfinals, whenever that may be? And is there any hope? I guess I should say, did you like what you saw from the defense, or is it still kind of it's just a matter of time before the wheels fall off this thing?
I mean, I want to have as much faith as possible. I think the goal they conceded against Paraguay was, I think it was in the 70th minute. Like they had been defending for a while, so it kind of seems like that would be the theme. Like just gonna kind of wait it out, until the wheels fall off. But Tim Ream, he's on the older side, but he has a lot of experience, even if he is playing in the U.S. now, which I think in the grand scheme of things is a little bit of a weaker league compared to the top leagues of places like Europe. But he does have European experience. He's very smart. He is a veteran of the team. And then you also have players like Anthony Robinson. You have, who's the other guy? Not that I'm forgetting it. But Robinson, like I said, he's a good player with a lot of European experience as well, and he's on the younger side too. So I think you have that balance kind of like you have veteran experience and you have younger experience too. So I think that can be a good balance. But at the end of the day, when you have attacking options like Spain or like France, Germany, a bunch of these European powerhouses, I think it's like you said, it's going to be probably the defense that what lets us down. I think we'll, depending on who we draw for the round of 32, and then I think I'd probably be surprised if we make it to the round of 16 based on who we get for our opponent in round of 32. But yeah, I think it'll probably be our defense that lets us down.
Well, the big thing, at least, is if we win our group, we'll get a third place team from somewhere. And that, you'll feel good about that. The tough thing is then if we win our group, I think we're matched up with the winner of, if we win that, we'd probably get the winner of Belgium's group in the round of 16, and they're number 9 in the world. So if we finish second, we could be on a crash course with Argentina in the round of 16. So, yeah, we already talked about Messi.
But it would be a matchup I'd like to see, honestly.
It would be
just cool. The experience of playing against a team like Argentina on home soil, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The great Maeve English, now with the Vermont Green and playing summer soccer there. She rehabs, and she is, of course, the all-time great goalie for ECU, and I'll say for all of soccer. No, I will not put that pressure on you, but you're obviously one of the greats. All right. I've got some lightning round questions. Are you ready? By the way, I was about to admonish Pilk for being a naysayer for America, but then Maeve, you hopped on his bandwagon of being a naysayer.
I mean, look, this is sports journalism. We're supposed to report the facts. We are not a favorite.
I'm fanboying.
Oh, you can do that.
It's not a naysayer. It's just we got to keep it realistic. Like you have some insane European powerhouses that.
Well, sure.
It really is. Now, I will say the underdog stories of the World Cup. I mean, you had Cape Verde tie against the reigning European champions, Spain. You've had teams like Curacao or like Congo. Like they're all of the underdog teams. They've put on a good show so far.
I would have hated to have been in this country 250 some years ago with you two when we were going against the Europeans, particularly the British, and you two would have been naysaying, "Oh, we can't do it," and then we wouldn't be here today doing this show if you two were involved in this thing.
All right,
now that I'm hearing it,
you got it. I mean, but if we got to face Harry Kane, man, he looked like he was back in his mid-20s the other day.
You have watched a lot of the. Tournament. Who has impressed you the most, like individually? Who's the best player you have seen of the games you've watched or however, that has impressed you? Who is the player that you're most kind of interested in the tournament so far? And if not a player or a team, how about that?
I mean, I think so far one of my favorite teams to watch has been Erling Haaland and Norway. I think he's been such a strong player for Manchester City. It's been really cool to see him play with his own country, especially I think Norway has waited, I'm not even sure how long. I want to say it's like over 20 years since they
It was
last
in the
qualified.
90s. It was before we were born. I know that.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. It was,
okay, before
it was
Maeve and I were born.
Yes. Right. I was born a long time before that. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think it's really cool to watch him see him lead his country. So that's been a good story for me.
Do you like the expanded field? Do you like the 48 teams?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty controversial. Like a lot of people were saying it's too many teams in one tournament, but I mean, when you, for example, like I just said, like you have Cape Verde tying Spain, the reigning European champions. Like how can you? Everyone was saying that it was not a good choice to have 48 teams because you end up with games like, for example, Germany and Curacao, where of course they destroy them 7-1. But I mean, I think that Cape Verde game, they tie 0-0. Like that's the type of game you're hoping for with a team like with this many teams where you have, of course, you would think Spain would be expected to win that. But I think 0-0 is proof that 48 teams is just fine.
All right. Argentina's the team. Is that what we're thinking? Is that right? Are they the favorites, Pilk?
I picked France. I mean, they're they're world's number one. I don't know what the betting odds.
Okay, we'll go with France then. Maeve, France or the field?
I think I got to go France. I mean,
okay.
PSG just won the Champions League as well. They've got a lot of France in general just has a lot of momentum right now.
Okay. And then what does the U.S. have to do to at least beat Australia tomorrow? If you had to sum it up in like a keys to the game kind of thing, what would you say?
I think they've got to be organized on the attacking front. They've got to be creative in the way they try to score goals, try to break down Australia's defense, and they've got a quality goalkeeper in net too. So that, like I said, they've got to be creative in the way they score goals. And then I think they just need to be solid defensively. Like Australia looked pretty strong going forward. They had some good chances against Turkey, but yeah, they've got to be solid defensively, but most importantly, they've got to be creative in the way they score goals because it's going to be important to get some balls in the back of the net, obviously to win, but they've got to be organized.
It is so great to talk to you, Maeve. Thank you for being with us. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you sometime again soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to see you guys.
There she goes, Maeve English. Great to have her on with us. All right, stay tuned. When we come back, we'll wrap up today's show, get you set for tomorrow's program, live on a Friday. Woohoo!
The power of savings is yours at Greenville Toyota with powerful deals on our huge selection of new Toyotas, like a Camry, $229 a month, or the all-new RAV4, $279. Don't miss the power of savings at Greenville Toyota.
Your confidence makes everything look good. You see the world in vivid color, not black and white. Swing through your neighborhood Fantastic Sam's Cut in Color and let our experienced stylists take you from everyday to extraordinary.
Fantastic Sam's hair salons are locally owned and operated. Our full-service salons are conveniently located in Goldsboro, Kinston, Greenville, New Bern, Jacksonville, and Calabash. Stop in today at Fantastic Sam's, where the possibilities are endless.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
Make every day electric on the Kawasaki Electro 20 electric balance bike. Maximize the fun with long run times, impressive top speed, and Kawasaki build quality. Easy adjustability and smooth handling make everyday riding more enjoyable. And the standard MTB type tires provide off-pavement capability. The Kawasaki Electro 20 is the electric balance bike that's built to rip. Go to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Memorial Drive north of the airport, Greenville.
Hunting and fishing event of the summer comes to the Greenville Convention Center, July 11th and 12th, bringing together the best hunting and fishing vendors, outfitters, and fishing experts, all under one roof. Special free events, including a mountain trout pond, indoor archery range, offshore fishing experience, interactive duck blind, and free seminars. Don't miss it. The Mid-Atlantic Hunting and Fishing Expo is July 11th and 12th.
With new Toyota trucks from $259 a month, you've got the power of savings at Greenville Toyota. Drive Tacomas $259 a month or Tundras only $399 a month at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
And now, the stunning conclusion.
Why is everyone screaming?
On 94.3 The Game.
All right. Big thanks to Maeve English for being on the show today. Thanks to intern Mary. Thanks to Pilk. Tomorrow, head basketball coach for ECU, Mike Swartz, will be our special guest. On Monday, we're scheduled to have Mike Mullis be on the program with us. They've got a big ALS golf tournament going on in Greenville next week. We'll tell you about that. Plus, talk ECU baseball and college baseball with Mully on Monday. Don't forget, Greggy and the Jets, north stands of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, underneath the stands. That concert getting away in just a matter of moments. Free concert tonight, so go out and enjoy some Elton John music. See you tomorrow for a live Friday show. Woo.